wrapped up and India have comprehensively conquered New Zealand, which was pretty much what I and everyone else expected. India won by 48 runs. So let me quickly take you through how the game unfolded. So India were put to bat first and they put up 238 for 7, and of course the usual suspects. Abhishek Sharma, yet again he scored a brilliant 84 and was supported by Rinku Singh. His late flourish, he put up 44 of 20, and Hardik Pandya and Suryakumar Yadav getting starts as well. With the ball for New Zealand, Jacob Duffy was exceptional. He bowled with figures of 4 overs, 2 for 27. I was particularly impressed by the debutant Christian Clark as well. I did mention yesterday that he did extremely well in the ODIs as well, and here he is in the T20I format, debuting and continuing from where he left off. Nobody else could really make an impact, and the conditions were not suitable for the bowlers anyways. So India gave New Zealand a target of 239 and was always going to be difficult. And once Arshdeep and Pandya struck really early on, reduced New Zealand to 2 for 2, there was no way New Zealand was going to recover from there to chase a target that big. I expected Conway and Ravindra to really fight, or at least one of them to get a big score today, but both of them failed. And then Glenn Phillips, he continued from where he left off, and what surprised me was that Daryl Mitchell batted at 6. I mean, he's the one who you definitely know is in form, and I just feel that in T20Is, your best batter or the batter who's in the best rhythm needs to play the most number of balls. So that didn't happen. He walked into bat only in the 14th over, wherein they needed about 100 runs in 6 overs. So it was going to be difficult for him. And I think Mark Chapman was a bit stuck out there. He did score at a strike rate of 162, but I felt had Mitchell come up the order, he could have had a better chance to dictate things. For India with the ball, Arshdeep Singh was brilliant, got an early wicket up front and then was brilliant in the death, and he finished with figures of 1 for 31. I think Hardik Pandya with the new ball got that early wicket as well, and it's good to see that India have resorted to bowling Arshdeep and Hardik with the new ball, which is much better than the strategy of getting Bumrah 3 overs in the power play and leaving just one of him for the death. So I think this is a much better structure for India, wherein they use at max 1 over of Bumrah in the power play and have 3 of him, which they again use 1 in the middle overs and a couple for the death. I think Varun Chakravarti, he picked up 2 wickets as well, and Shivam Dube got some time to bowl in the middle. So India, all in all, I think this was a very good game for India. There are a few chinks in the armor, but they weren't really exposed today. So let's talk about what I felt about the game. So it was good to see them bring in Ishan Kishan and slot him at number 3 in the absence of Tilak Verma. So your roles are pretty much defined that when Tilak comes back at 3, he will get to bat there. What I liked is that they did not shuffle with the other regulars, like Suryakumar coming up at 3 or sending Dube at the top and all of that. They stuck to their template and just got in Ishan Kishan instead of Tilak Verma, which was good. And it's also good to see Suryakumar getting a few runs, though it's still not at the level that Surya would like, but he did get 32 of 22 here and was brilliant. When you put that in context, Abhishek Sharma was the one who was really the aggressor in that partnership. So Surya, all he had to do was just give him strike and just put the loose balls away, which he did. And Rinku Singh finishing the innings was very good as well, and he is kind of beginning to cement his place in the starting 11. So I liked the way he showed confidence to take up strike in the last over. He knew that one of the weaker Kiwi bowlers would be bowling the final over, so he targeted that over and came away with 21 of that. It was good thinking on his part, and I think more or less this Indian 11 is a monstrous 11. They've got all bases covered. You've got batting up to 8 with Akshar Patel coming in that spot, and he can obviously, whenever needed, go up the order as well, which Gambhir is notoriously used often in the past. And Arshdeep at 9, though he batted a bit comically today, I think he too can swing if required. So that's a pretty deep batting, and when that is the case, the bowlers are always going to be compromised. So the three pure bowlers that India do have, Arshdeep, Varun Chakravarti and Jasprit Bumrah, all three are wicket takers. So that is something that compensates for the lack of 5 genuine bowlers. I don't count Akshar Patel and Hardik Pandya as genuine bowlers, though they can take up that role on some days. So when you've got 3 proper bowlers, it's good to have world-class wicket takers and in those roles, which Arshdeep, Varun and Bumrah are. So that pretty much does seal the deal for India with the ball. And then you've got Akshar Patel, Hardik Pandya, Abhishek Sharma and Shivam Dube. 4 other options to fill up those remaining 8 overs. And on most days, and considering the conditions that might be offered in India, I think Akshar Patel can also be considered as a 4-over bank on most days. So it's a very well structured Indian team. They've got their combination right, and it's good to see them finally sticking to it and not chopping and changing now. So this seems to be the 11 Gambhir and co have settled on. So that is good. Talking about New Zealand, I think their team also has quite a few dangerous players, and though they were a bit off today, they lost by 50 runs. I can definitely see them pushing India in 1 or 2 games later in this series, and also performing well in the T20 World Cup. What really bothers me for New Zealand is that they still have got Sodhi in the playing 11. I mean, in 2026, I don't think he's got that spark in his bowling, to be very honest. So that is the weak link, and when you're in India, you need at least one spinner who can consistently deliver for you. Mitchell Santner seems to be that option, but today on a flat deck, and when the opposition had a lot of left-handers, even he too was afraid to get himself in. So that is what I felt about today's game. And Abhishek Sharma, as much as you expect him to deliver, it's just unbelievable the consistency with which he's churning out such knocks. I mean, he makes it look easy, but you have to understand how hard a thing it is, and that's the reason why you don't often see players pull off such feats. So Abhishek Sharma, kudos to you, and this Indian batting looks very solid whenever he performs. So that's it from my side. Until the next T20I, this is Ved signing off.